From Tidewater to the Plantation South, how Virginia's first elite birthed a Southern ruling class. When the smoke cleared from Bacon's rebellion in 1676 and the Tidewater elite solidified their grip on Virginia, they did more than preserve their power. They forged a model. This system of rule, established by influential families such as the Carters, Lees, and Taylors, was so potent and adaptable that it extended beyond the Chesapeake Bay, echoing across the cotton fields of the Deep South. What began as Tidewater oligarchy evolved into the Southern plantation aristocracy, a political and economic class that would shape America profoundly and, in time, fight to the death to preserve its interests. The DNA of Southern domination, the Tidewater autocracy passed down more than just land and titles. It imparted a philosophy of control built on 5 core tenets. 1. Land as power. From Virginia to Georgia, Southern elites understood what the Tidewater gentry had long known. Land equated to empire. The more acres controlled, the more votes, influence, and wealth amassed. Estates like Shirley Plantation, established in 1613 and recognized as the oldest plantation in Virginia, became self-contained kingdoms, complete with labor forces, churches, and militias. 2. Racialized labor. The transition from indentured servitude to African chattel slavery in the 17th century set the precedent for the plantation economy. By the 1800s, this model had expanded. Cotton, not tobacco, became king, and the enslaved became the machinery of wealth. The Southern elite inherited the Tidewater's racial hierarchy and codified it with even more brutality. Enforced by black codes, overseers, and state laws that ensured white supremacy was the law of the land. 3. Aristocratic values. Like their Tidewater ancestors, Southern elites believed in a paternalistic order, that the elite were born to rule and the poor were born to serve. They romanticized nobility, compare. They have hiding even the right one ed themselves to Roman senators and fashioned their homes in Greek revival architecture to mirror a perceived classical virtue. 4. Political control. Southern elites expanded the Tidewater's political dominance to a national scale. From the 1780s to the Civil War, they controlled Congress, the Supreme Court, and often the presidency, using their influence to protect slavery and economic exploitation. 5. Divide and conquer mastery. Mirroring the post-Bacon Tidewater planters, the Southern elite used race to divide the poor. Poor whites were placated with status, policing power, and the illusion of superiority. This social wedge ensured that the masses never united. The Confederacy, the Tidewater dream. Expanded by 1861, the Southern ruling class had taken the Tidewater model to its logical extreme. A slave-holding republic where the elite ruled by blood, by land, and by the lash. The Confederacy was not an aberration. It was the Tidewater philosophy given a national flag. Figures like Jefferson Davis and Robert E. Lee were the ideological heirs of the original Virginia oligarchs. Their war was not just to defend slavery, but to preserve the right to rule unchallenged. Legacy: Tidewater's shadow in the modern South. After the Civil War, the Southern elite lost the plantation, but not their ideology. Through Jim Crow laws, voter suppression, and control of public institutions, they repackaged the old order. The same social structure remained: wealthy white elites at the top, poor whites placated with racial superiority, and black Americans subjugated through law and violence. Today, the spirit of the Tidewater elite still lingers in Southern politics, wealth gaps, and rural power structures. The rebellion never ended. It was just rewritten. Conclusion: one blueprint, many empires. From the muddy banks of the James River to the cotton-stained soil of Mississippi, the Tidewater model became the architecture of American inequality. It taught future elites that unity is dangerous, whiteness is a tool, and land is leverage. And though the mansions now serve as museums, the system they built still stands, not as a relic, but as a warning. Subscribe to Baldy's Thoughts.